Alright, welcome back, guys. We're back at it here. First, I'm going to show you the Reddits of the various people that are discussing that it's rigged. It's pretty much at this point become a known thing. 3 new videos are getting ready to upload about it, and we're just going to go through a live event of it too. I know this is important to a lot of people, and then of course you have the people that seem to want to defend Hasbro, even though Hasbro themselves has almost bankrupted their own company with their greed and stupidity multiple times, to the point that I don't trust them even a scotch. So give me a second here. I'm going to make sure that the video is displaying correctly. Yep. Okay, perfect. Alright, so what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to do a normal draft. And I'm going to show you that occasionally you'll play against somebody where you'll get all the answers, but when you pay to play as much as I do, you're the one that usually gets the short end of the stick. Hold on. I've been talking a lot, so I gotta keep my throat not dry. So, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna pick, I know this set well enough, foundations well enough to draft it, and we're just gonna kind of show what happens. Basically, every person we play against is going to have an answer, like almost every single time. And whether it's a player that's just being given that or it's a bot is still to be determined. The fact that they do not allow you to look, to talk to your opponents at all, other than pre-written messages, you can't look people up. You can't do any of that. Tells me that it's very possible they have bots. So this is a good card. This is a very good card. The rest of these are okay. We're going to go with Celestial Armor. That's just too good of a card. See what it does there. Alright. Next in here, I like the Cellophilid Ink Mage. I like the Bigman and the Needle Tooth. A little early to be picking a double symbol. I think we're going to go with the Celophid. That card's just too good. Possibly go for a blue-white flyer / unblockable. Wait a second here, I'm gonna... Okay. Alright. Right off the bat, I like Fleeting Flight. I like... this card's okay. It's not really for this type of deck. Aetherize is probably the pick. Fleeting Flight's okay. I do like that card a lot. Billowing Shriek Mask can be good, but we're not going for a threshold deck. Let's just take Aetherize. Okay, perfect. Both of these cards are fantastic for this deck. We are going to take the Conquest. It's less likely we're going to find another uncommon than a common. That's a good card. That's an okay card for this deck. We do have Wizards already, so I think we're going to take the Arcane Epiphany. I don't need another Aetherize this early. We can take the land or Runaway Together. I think we'll take the land here. Don't need another Aetherize. We will take Witness Protection. That's a really good card. We are going to want to start looking at creatures, but we'll get plenty of them. There's a lot of creatures in this set, and they're all pretty decent. See, there's where we get rewarded for taking the uncommon. It's a great pickup. We do need to start focusing a little bit more. It's okay if we're heavy blue and light white with this setup. That's perfectly fine. It's not really going to matter anyway, because you guys will see what I'm talking about. We'll take that just as a flash card. Okay, Big Fin. We'll take that as well. Blue is definitely open. So, what I hope you guys are going to find out through me doing these various videos is basically you're going to see that I'm just going to get constantly countered. It doesn't matter what we play. we play a really big creature, and they have 2 cards in their hand, and they haven't used a kill spell for the last 3 turns, they're going to top deck a kill spell, or they're going to have had a kill spell in their hand. Another thing that I find odd, which is why I think there might be bots in the game that are designed to just beat whatever deck you're playing, is because you don't get to play against the same people that you drafted against, which is normally what you're supposed to do. You don't get to do that. So you already know that they can have any fucking cards. The other reason why I think it is because no matter what I do, they counter it. And they always do this thing where they highlight all the cards. Like it's like, look at the card, 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 look at the card. It's way too fast for a human to be reading all those cards. So I feel like there's something that's going through and checking all the cards and then knowing the exact card it needs to counter the situation. And I know people are saying, oh, that's too much work. That's too much work. Hasbro's a billion-dollar company. They can afford it. And trust me, when they're going to be making millions off of it, why wouldn't they be doing it? Okay, so we're definitely taking the Exemplar. Okay, Day of Judgment. That's a very good card to have just to get the board back. Okay, so we have a slow start. I'm sure somebody's gonna have basically they're gonna have 8 creatures out, right, with like 14 cards left in their deck. We're gonna Day of Judgment, then they're gonna play a creature, a creature, a creature, kill my creature, a creature, a creature, and we're gonna get land. That's usually how it goes. I could play 6 land, and I would still get land screwed. Yep, we're back. I was playing a lot offline, was just starting to get tired of it, so. And there's way more. It's not just me anymore. There's thousands of people claiming this, so we got a lot more. Before, people were defending it all the time, which, again, I don't know why people are defending billion-dollar companies. If living in this country has taught you anything, companies don't give a shit what you think. So they'll do whatever they want, and they'll get away with it. Everything's corrupt. Our government's corrupt. Everything around our government's corrupt. We'll take Luminous. Rebuke. At this point, we do need to start getting some creatures in here. We have enough instants and sorceries. We already have that. I think we'll take that, right? Or the Icewind Elemental. We'll take the Stroke of Midnight. And at this point, we're going to need just creatures. We got enough control cards now. How's it going, Sonic? I had a game, unfortunately it wasn't recorded, but I had a game last session where I had 4 creatures out. I was winning the game, and the guy top decks a kill spell, top decks a kill spell, top decks a bounce spell, top decks a kill spell. And meanwhile, I got land. So, just getting tired of it. We might play that if we don't have enough playables. I think we'll be fine. We just got to heavy focus creatures in the next. We got plenty of control cards. It's not a bad card. $10, $11, $12, $13. Yep, get your popcorn. Yeah, we'll take that. I'll be trading some of these out for if we find better cards, so don't worry. Let's see, hopefully get a non-color rare. And we didn't. That's a really good card, though. Alright, Skyship. Buccaneer is definitely the pit. Place that with the Icewind Elemental. Alright, so... I've been offline a lot, guys. So I've been playing a lot of Dungeons & Dragons. Now, I do have my Dungeons & Dragons game that I host, a live stream that we started doing where we've done 2 sessions so far. You can check those out. Please watch, like, subscribe if you haven't. It really, really helps. Okay, we're gonna take Hawk. No problem, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're kind of going pretty hardcore with that. So it's based in my world called Galantry, and it's called the Chronicles of Galantry. So I guess we'll go ahead and take Excellent Elemental. A Stalker campaign. Not exactly sure what that entails. But Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is what we play. And I'm the DM and playing with some of my friends. Temporalman, we're going to take an extra turn after this one. I do like that, but I also really like this. Oh, God, that's a tough pick. Of course, they would put these in the same pack. I like the idea of this just because we have so many cards. I gotta make a discount pick, though. I gotta do that. We'll take that just in case we decide to play it. Another... Big Fin Bouncer is just too good not to play. Yeah, 14 creatures. We're good now. Oh, yeah. No, I don't really do much else outside of D&D just because it's not my... The reason why I like D&D is because I know it very well. I'm decent at voices, and I love telling stories. And I'm very familiar with the mechanics. I would hate to host a new game where I'm not very familiar with the mechanics because it would look like I just don't know what I'm doing, and I don't want to bring that an experience to the live stream for people to try to enjoy, but they can't enjoy because I just keep screwing everything up. D&D I'm a little relatively better at. Occasionally I have a brain fart, but so does everybody. Alright, we got a pretty decent deck here. Now, it's not really going to matter that our deck is decent because I'm going to show you. Just kind of be like... So, you've played Paper Magic. Gotcha. I'll have to check it out. If you have a link for it, man, post it in there and I'll take a look at it. So, what's going to happen here, guys, is we're pretty much, unless it picks us, which rarely it does because we pay so much to play, unless it picks us, it's going to... Basically, the enemy is going to have a counter to everything. We put out a 2 creature, they're going to stab it. If we put out a 3 power creature, they're going to abrade it. If we put out... It really depends. But they're going to kill... They're going to pretty much have a counter to every single thing we do that could even slightly give us the lead. I mean, we're in Platinum now, and this has been happening since Platinum. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. It's not the greatest, but it'll kind of show what I'm talking about. He's going to have a turn 1 play. They always do. And that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Turn 1 plays in a set that barely has any real sufficient 1-drops. You're going to see it almost every turn. This allows us to set up our next 3 turns. Okay, we're going to put that in the bottom, that and that. We're not going to need Aetherize yet. We'll take the land first. Okay, he's ramping, which is fine. We got plenty of control cards. This might actually be a player this time, not a bot. But I will show you guys key things that you can see that make me suspect that it's not a human player when it isn't. Obviously, there still are human players. There would be a big way of doing that. Now that's a genuine threat when I start drawing cards. He's probably going to stab it. He just found a black mana. He's probably going to stab it. Notice he highlighted all the cards. Highlighted all the cards again. Okay. So far, so good. That's easy. We can deal with that. Oh, awesome, Sonic. Yeah, definitely send me the literature on that if you can. I'll check it out. Oh, that's a cool art. Okay, highlighting his cards, highlighting his cards. Highlighting his cards. Okay. Okay, we're just going to stay untapped because we got plenty. So far, so good, but again, all it takes is one card, so... If he swings with 5, we're just going to take 5. We'll save the Aetherize for now. We need to wait till he has more threats out. Taking 5 damage when we're already this far ahead. See, okay, so there's the Big Fin. He's going to bounce my Conquest Sky Mage. Okay. Like I said, all it takes is a card. He's probably going to have a counter for that, too. Okay, I'm shocked. He didn't. This might actually be a player. No blocks. Okay, see, notice I'm drawing nothing but land. No attacks. He's either going to have another Big Fin bouncer or he's going to have some way to kill my flyer. And meanwhile, all I'm getting is land. This is gas, 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 gas. I have land, land, Aetherize, which isn't going to do me any good right now. And I'm probably going to continue to draw land. Good, no land. I think we just take the 7. Alright. He's gonna play the Big Fin Bouncer to bounce probably my Exemplar. We're doing pretty good. I think this is an actual player, though, because they made a lot of mistakes. Notice they're highlighting their cards. This is always something... Whenever you notice it's about to be bullshit, they highlight, 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 and then they play the counter. And I notice that so often. That's the #1 thing I notice when this happens. So there's the Big Fin Bouncer. He's gonna have to figure out a way to gain health, too. Yeah, he's gonna... That's what I thought. So notice he's just looking at all his different cards. Why would he be doing that? He knows what these cards do, so why is he looking at this, looking at this, looking at this, looking at this, looking at that? He's going to have to be able to put out 2 flying blockers or kill one of my flyers, which I'm sure he has the means to do both with that many cards in his hand. Just in case he has shenanigans. Okay, good. So far, good. That was an actual player. That's why we won. And it's not uncommon, guys, to win your first game. It's not. So, stand by. Once it gets to the point, especially when it gets to the point where you, like if I win another one, I only have to pay $5 to play another game. And the game knows that. So it's probably going to do everything it can to make sure. And I mean, like that's probably not somebody's name, right? It's probably going to do everything it can to make sure I don't win. So, not much better, but we have playables at least. I also have a Strix lookout, so... whatever he plays, draw a card, get rid of that Icewind Elemental. Yep. That's a perfect counter. He might have negate. Nope. Okay. Now just be ready for it. You're going to start noticing bullshit pretty quickly. This could be one of those games where it's actually going to legitimately let me win with the power of my deck, but those are very rare. I've had maybe 2 of those ever. Okay. Drawing a lot of cards. Go ahead and just do this now. Actually. Yeah, no, we'll do it at the end of his turn. Okay, that's fine. He's gonna draw a card with Strix to give it a counter, probably. He probably has a counter spell. Yep. Okay, so it's already starting, so just keep watching. I mean, that's not super uncommon, but just keep watching. Fuck it. Let's put him in a choice. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay. Got that land out of the way. To get another land! Yay! And this is what I'm talking about. This is where it starts. I didn't mean to swing with that big fin. That's just me getting frustrated. That was a mistake. Okay, Icewind Elemental, sure. Yep, why not? Yep, getting counters. Wow, amazing, isn't it? There's another land. Yeah, now we're gonna have to take the bigger threat. Oh, good, it was a second one! Wow. First off, who the fuck drafts 2 of those? Second off, no. That's the kind of horse shit I'm talking about, guys. Okay, another one of those. He's gonna draw a card with something. We're gonna take... We're gonna take it and see if he does anything. Of course, land. Make him think that I don't have good attacks. Non-stop answers. You notice how much land we got? Non-stop answers. He just drew another answer. Giving all his dude stuff. This is what I'm talking about. This is definitely a bot. It doesn't matter what we do, how we play, what we have. It will always make sure that we draw bad every single time. And that the opponent draws... He has not drawn land without drawing something else for the last 6 turns. Then he just magically has that card in his hand. That's literally the one card. He needed some way to get to buff a creature, then he has that card. See, this is what I'm talking about. This will happen every single game going forward. I play a lot of paper Magic. Like, every Sunday and Friday, I play paper Magic. This does not ever happen. You never see anybody going off like this unless it's been a very grindy match. It will just get to the point where every single game, it will just give me land while it gives them answers, and it makes you suspect that you're getting land screwed. But it is going to prevent me doing everything it can. It wants me to pay $10, not $5, so it's going to do everything it can to stop me from winning, because I pay so much to play. The reason why this doesn't happen to pros is because they generally win most of their games, and they don't pay a lot to play. So for pros, it just looks like they continue to be good because this kind of shit doesn't happen. They play against actual players. They don't play against these bots that try to keep you in platinum and gold as long as you can. I had to pay probably hundreds of dollars to grind out of gold. But I'm mainly just doing it to prove that this is bullshit. Ever since Hasbro took over, this has been rigged. And Hasbro's been sued how many times now? Quite a lot. And they've almost ruined Dungeons & Dragons as well as many other games. So, from first glance, looks like a pretty decent opening hand. Watch. They're probably going to have a play to the point that we get behind playing on a slower deck like this. So they're going to crack that. The fact that they're cracking it on my turn tells me that it's a player. If it's a bot, it cracks it the minute it comes out. You'll notice that a lot too. So this might be actually a player. It's gonna have a... Yeah, it's a player. Okay, so this is an actual player, so we might actually have a decent game. 2, which is fine. We got another. I think you did not have it. Yeah, this is definitely a player. Negate. Quick plus. Yep, this is definitely a player. Look at that. Land, land, land. We are going to keep the planes. Oh, no, we already have a planes. Is that 4? Yeah. Land, 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 guys. See that? And it's probably, the next card is probably also land. I will block if he attacks. His creature's way more valuable than mine now. Mine's already done what it's good at. He did get another land. Giant growth. Okay. That's fine. He does not have any... Oh, he didn't have any mana up, so that's why. Never mind. Probably gonna have a fight card. Or bite down. It being a player doesn't mean that it can't... The RNG can't be rigged. It'll still give them the answer to everything. He probably top decked a bite down. No bluffs. Okay. Let's hope he didn't have a bite down now. He does have something that disallows flyers to attack, so that's interesting. He's going to have a big fin bouncer or a way to bounce something here. Okay, right now he's looking at no cards. Now he's looking at his hand. He's going to have some way to bounce something. Okay, what did she do?
There's something almost feral
Destroy target
about
artifact,
this
enchantment,
city.
or creature. Oh, of course. Okay, great.
Life
That's
is
fair.
tenacious, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a word for it. She's just gonna destroy this one too. No, she can't. Okay, that's pretty fair. She can only do it once.
Never forget.
So he's gonna get a creature he needs. It's probably gonna be a big fin bouncer or something to bounce my flyer. Okay, Nessie and Hornbeam. So this is definitely, this right here feels more like a normal game of Magic. They're not necessarily, I mean, they have had answers, but they're not necessarily answering every single thing I'm doing. Let's see. He's probably gonna, I don't think he's gonna kill us Vivian Reed. I think he's just gonna do the +1 again. Yeah, that's what I do.
I never run out of answers.
Hopefully he whiffs after she said that. This is an actual player. It doesn't mean that they're not getting fed answers, but this is an actual player. I can tell by the way they're playing. And they're not doing anything that's like way out of the ordinary. They have ramp, they had a further or a better start than I did. They're not doing anything that's absolutely ridiculous. They've had some answers, but that, you know, an answer here and there is expected. That's such a good ability. Okay, that's what I was hoping. Would really like to get some land. Okay, that's even better. Oh, Snake Veil? If he has Snake Veil, I'm gonna kind of call horse shit. There's that bite down I was telling you guys he had.
Ooh, you've got claws.
I mean, he's had that bite down for how long? And he's just been sitting on it when I have a 4/4 flyer that he could have killed and swung for 8, 9, 10, 11. I doubt it. So he is definitely getting fed answers.
Life is tenacious, isn't it?
He was gonna run out of cards pretty soon. That's gonna give him a choice of 2 more cards. Right here now, we're gonna get land. Okay, we didn't get land. That's surprising to me. That's not gonna do us any good. He's probably going to -3 my Drake, my Iceman Elemental. This is an actual player, but they are getting really lucky on cards. So. My green screen's kind of screwing up. I don't have that great lighting right now, so it's going to look a little off.
I have mine.
You're mainly here to watch the game, not stare at me, so I don't really care. Sure. Day of Judgment is what we need right now. And we did. Okay, so notice land. All these cards. Land. Shit I can't play. At least not consecutively. That's basically what's gonna happen. It's gonna give you your most expensive cards. It knows how much mana you have, and it basically knows how to keep you to where you can only play 1 card a turn if you're lucky. Again, it is not gonna let me win. It doesn't matter how I play the game, it doesn't matter what decisions I make, it is not going to let me win. Because it wants me to pay $10 to play again. They're going to put down a black mana and probably have stab. Just to keep the tempo on their side. Yeah, there it comes. Wow. That's the first time my opponent has not had stab with a black mana. That's a garbage card, so this might be an actual player. Now we will probably not get mana for the rest of the game. Notice it's giving me expensive cards. I'll be shocked if we get a mana. Okay, not the mana I want, but I'll take it. Alright, so far we're keeping the tempo up good, so this is definitely a player. Because if it wasn't a player, they would have already had 3 things on the field. Or a kill spell, so it's definitely a player. Okay, that's fine, you can bounce that. Alright, this is good so far. We're going to bounce that token. I'm just doing this to get board presence. I want him to take... If he has a kill spell, which he does, I want him to take it out on my Big Fin, not my Exemplar. But we're going to play the Exemplar next, unless he does something shocking, but... This is definitely a player. If it's a bot, they don't take this long to play. It like highlights plays. Okay, that's fine. Alright, the attacks. I'm gonna block it. Okay, that's fine. We'll play... If he has a card... this is actually a decent hand, so we might actually... I mean, I don't think we're going to end up winning. I think something kind of bullshit's going to happen. But it is an actual player. This is not a bot. And I don't... They're just not a very good player. Yeah, we can bounce that. I don't think we're going to need that at this point. Okay, now we'll be in good shape if we can top deck a land. Okay, there's another answer for 1 mana. He probably has 6 of those. That's unfortunate. This is what I'm talking about, though. Like, an answer every time. Now he's got green, so he has bite down. He's gonna play this down 4, 5, 6, and or not bite down. The 1 green that lets you fight or search for a land. Look at that. Yeah, okay. It was gonna give him both of these cards. Like, look at his mana, look at these cards, and we're just getting lands. That's what I'm saying. It picks a player and it lets them just win the game. He's gonna block a big fin. Nope, he's gonna flash that in and double block. Yep. Again, has an answer. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about, guys. Every single card he's drawing is an answer. He's not drawing land. He's drawing all answers because he has enough land to play everything in his deck. He has an answer. He's going to play the thing, make me discard my Mischief Mystic. I'll tell you what he did not draw. And that was something that he didn't need. Okay. Okay, land. He's gonna make me discard it. I hope he attacks first. He's not going to, though. He wants the card out of my hand. Oh, good. I mean, it was either that or discard the card, guys, so I have to play it. Because he's just going to make me discard it. But you see what I'm talking about, how far ahead we were, and then he just had answer, answer, creature, creature, answer, 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 and I'm drawing lands. This will be a land here, too, because it wants me to surrender the game. Back-to-back bombs, there's a land. Okay, so every single time, guys, I will get maybe one, I say every single time because I'm frustrated, but I will get maybe one. I have not been able to get closer than tier 3 platinum, and since I've been platinum, I've probably played 40 plus games, and it will not let me win. It does not matter what I do, how I do it, it will not let me win. This is what happens every single game. And again, just enough to where if I spend, I can no longer spend $4.99. I now have to spend $9.99, and they know that. All right, we're gonna do another one because I'm gonna put this on here so you guys can't see any of the information. Actually, let's do a mission. And be right back. Kind of still playing with Streamlabs a little bit, guys, so bear with me. I'm gonna buy another one here. Okay. Their algorithms and their system is telling me that I've spent money again. So it's basically ready to calculate who it's going to put against me to lose. Alright. I'm going to show you again. Now, you see how much land I drew, though. Like, he was drawing cards, too, which helps, but he was getting answers. And the land he was getting it so he could discard it for other answers. So, like, the game knows what order to put the cards in. 100%. It knows what it needs to do to make you lose. It will also match you up against decks that counter the shit out of your deck. So, you know. Like, they are already aware of what's going to be in the next set, and they are already working on the game, which is why when the new set is announced and the pre-release hits, they have it online and available. There's no way they're able to do all that coding the day of, so they know and do it long before. Again, this is just one of the many ways you can prove that what we're saying is true and that Hasbro needs to be investigated. Again, casinos have regulation committees that have to come in there and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to. Why don't online games that you pay for? I'll tell you also, the likelihood that you start with the ley line axe in your hand is you have a 3 and 6 chance of having it. So you have basically of the first 6 cards. So you basically have a 50-50 shot of having the ley line axe in your opening hand, which is also bullshit. It's not randomized. They know that card wants to be out in the beginning, and so it's going to constantly be in your hand. I bet you we'll play 3 games. It'll be in my opening hand 2 of the 3 games. Yeah. Exile target card from graveyard. It was a creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. I wouldn't be doing this, guys, if I wasn't looking out for your best interests. Like, I don't have to pay money to play this game, and people are constantly like, well, just stop paying to play it then. But the thing is, we shouldn't have to do that. That's not fair. We should be able to play a game that is 100% RNG. Paper Magic, I win 90% of my games. You can go check my record at Wizards. I win 90% of my games in Paper Magic because I know how to play Magic. Oh, double Panda? We're gonna take that card. We can still possibly splash green, or white, or black, depending. We'll see what the next few cards show. If I can get new Linda, I'll be stoked. This is another thing that makes me think it's bots, like this, Mr. Brightside. Yes, players can take some time, but generally you're not going to see a person taking that much time. The card's either good or it's not. That's another reason why I think it might be bots, because it's calculating what it needs to be able to do the best it possibly can. And I mean, honestly, you guys, you're entitled to your own opinion, and I'm never going to try to take that from you. But I know for a fact it's rigged. So I've played over 1,000 games, and I've lost more than half of them because of the bullshit in this game, because they always have an answer. Paper Magic, I rarely lose. And if I do lose, I either like drew crappy or the person that I was playing against just was better than me, which does happen, and outplayed me. Black is definitely open. That card's really good. It's won me quite a few games, but we're not going that color at this point, so I think we take... We'll see lots of that Skeleton Pirate. I do like that card. It's a really good card. But we'll play the Reassembling Skeleton. Raise the past. 2. We might splash that if we get the opportunity. That's a really good card. If you're playing against an opponent that has a lot of target player, that really screws them over. Like, they can't make you discard or look at your hand or any of that shit. This is also in your opening hand more often than not. Our opening hand will have Crystal Barricade and Leyline Axe, more than likely. There are certain cards. You could test that too, guys. Go make a card where you put in 60 lands and you put in the cards that people claim are in your opening hands and play 10 games. You will have those same, with a 60 land deck and just those cards. You in more than no, we can play that. More often than not. You will have those cards in your opening hand. It's pretty much guaranteed. Yep. That's a good finisher. I'm not against playing that. We'll see what else we get. That card's won me many games. Yep. Okay, got rewarded with that. Fake Your Own Death is fantastic, especially in a deck like this. Banshee's really, really good. Banishing Light's good. Hungry Ghoul is good in this deck. That's okay. I'm gonna take the Tragic Banshee. That card's got a lot of utility. Kills almost anything, too. So, if you have Morbid. It's a little rough against ward creatures because you have to pay that extra mana. But other than that, it's pretty good. Okay, got rewarded. I do kind of want to play that, though. Yeah, we'll wait. I think the Reassembling Skeleton will come back around. That card's just too good. That card's what we want. It's a very good card. So at this point, I think we're more likely splashing white. So let's do black, green, splash white. Yeah, we're doing fine so far. Another one. Good. Ooh, bake into a pie. Hard removal is difficult to find. I like that card too. We got an Evolving Wilds. We do need to find a couple more ways to splash. Which is fine. I'm not against having a split colored deck. That's fine. More elves, perfect. I do hope we get a reassembling skeleton so I can do some sacrifice shenanigans, but we're not... If there's a better card, we're not going to prioritize it. And again, it doesn't matter how good or bad my deck is. You can say that's a B- or that's an A+. I've had A+ decks. I've had A+ decks that pros would have said were A+, and it didn't matter. I either draw land over and over and over, or I draw my most expensive cards, and it has no intention of giving me a land. It does happen, and it happens quite often. Not doing double splash for that. We can do double splash for green. Yep, I like that. That's a really good card for this deck. I'd love to get an Elinda. Elinda is such a good card. All right. Same person. Yep. Yeah, we'll take the... This is not exactly a card I'm excited to take. Actually, no, we'll take that. That's always going to be relevant in this format, so... Giant growth. Okay, I need creatures. I need 3, 4... I need 5 more creatures. That card's really good. Especially if you can get it in your opening hand. Which that one also is pretty common in your opening hand. But remember, Leyline Axe and Crystal Barricade have a very good chance of being in our opening hand. Play Gnarled Colony. That's a card that's decent whether we draw it early, mid, or late. Perfect. Four more creatures. We'll take that. We're not playing it, though. Hopefully, I mean, we're playing 3 colors here, so hopefully our rare is a on-color double green, double black, or single white. All right. Let's see what else we got in here. Hopefully that rolls back around. I wouldn't mind that, or that. Those are all good, but we're taking Mossborn Hydra for sure. Perfect. Oh, I really like the Vampire Nighthawk, too. I think we're going to take that, though. Yep. 2 more creatures. All right. Perfect. 27, 26, 25, 24. So we need to start swapping cards out for other cards. This is kind of our finisher. We don't have a whole lot of fatties, but we do have a good finisher. And I'm not sold on the Broken Wings. If there's a better card that comes along to... Like, I'll take out the Broken Wings for Eaten Alive. This is a really good pickup for us, though. Come on. Oops, same two players. That's definitely a bot. No, I don't want that. We'll take that. And we'll take out the Broken Wings. Actually, we're going to want a way to deal with that. So let's just take out one of the Fake Your Own Deaths. Overrun's a good finisher. We'll clean up the deck a little bit. We'll figure out what we want to do. I do like cards that let you get cards back in your graveyard in this kind of deck. Alright, let's take a look. I think we have plenty of splash. Okay, 41. 10, 14, 15, 16, 17. I really want to get that overrun in here. I don't mind playing... Yeah, we'll just take that out. I don't mind playing 41 cards. Hey! Joy Sense, what's going on? Stream is going okay so far. Just kind of getting in here to try to get this figured out. If you're not a follower of the channel, I'd love a follow. Appreciate it. Just helps me get more information out of people quicker. Not getting land. Pretty normal for us. He's going to draw a land. Here it is. Still not getting land. That's awesome. We'll let this out, I guess. Gonna have an answer. Nope. Okay. We need a land real bad. A black land would be real nice. Okay, well, it's a land. got some kind of... Yep. Okay, fine. There's a black one. Probably should have waited.
Okay, great.
Please be a land. Yes! Woo! Supposed to have an option for damage. I guess I overthought that one, so that's alright though. Oh yeah, please have a card there. He probably has a pump, claws out or something. To equip it to let's gain 2 life, I think, is the best play here. If we can. One, 2, 3. He's gonna have to block with one thing. Let me think about this for a second. If we attack this way, he has to block. He'll kill one of my dudes. He'll take... So he can block 5, 4, 3, 7. he's got some kind of... What do you got? Yep. So I knew you'd have it. So, like I said, no matter what happens, that's fine, Joy Sense. Just shoot me a message and we'll see. But that's an example of what I'm talking about, though, guys. We were, like, even though we had low health, board presence-wise, we were massively ahead of them. The only card that could have got them out of that was Overrun or Claws Out, and they had it. They probably had it the entire game because it knew they were going to need it. So that it doesn't matter how good our deck is, it's always going to let the opponent win if you pay as much money as I do to play. If you don't pay money to play and you just play through, you grind and play and everything, you don't notice these kind of things. See, cards like, I can't play any of these. I have to mulligan. It knows that. I'm going to get rid of Exsanguinate because that's useless. And I can't even play Authority of Consoles on the first hand. And he's going to have... Okay, didn't have a turn 1 play. Shocking. Shocking as all hell to me. He'll probably have an answer for it. Oh, he's about to get an answer for it. Land, think twice, 2-4, attack. How did you get 2 incubation counters on it? You've only attacked once. Yep. Oh, you get it for how much damage. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought it was just 1 per. That's actually a lot better now that you can do it that way. He's gonna get his Drake regardless, so it's not gonna matter, but... Come on. Oh, you have a counter spell. There's the land. Mana. This has become a garbage hand, and it knows that. So it's tough to say that he's just getting the answers he needs because he's drawing a lot of cards. But this is, I don't think this is a player, I think this is a bot. It's too clean. Land. He's just gonna keep drawing cards and we're gonna keep getting hit and we're gonna keep drawing land. Joy Sense, I'm good for now. I don't mind discussing that at the end, but I've got Streamlabs and I have people that do that for me. If you think you can offer something that they don't, you know, I'm happy to hear it. has 3 Think Twices in his opening hand. This is how you know this is a bot. Yep. 100% a bot. Okay, guys, so that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So let's review, okay? Never in my entire existence of playing this game have I seen somebody not only draft 3 Think Twices, but get it and... Oh, I'm sorry. 5. 6! Oh, no, those are the copies. So 1, 2, 3 Think Twices. And then this, and this. So the likelihood of them being able to draft that many red-blue cards that powerful in the same deck is slim to none. The second aspect is, I mean, all of them in your opening hand. You have 40 cards in your deck, and you're telling me that these 3 happen to be in your opening hand. So he did draw a lot, which, you know, is very possible. But this is what I'm talking about. Single ooze, right? There's my land. There's his land. There's his graveyard. Yes, he had more drawing, but that kind of deck beats this kind of deck. It 100% counters the deck. So there's nothing you can do about it. And we're just going to lose. It knows we have to pay to play, and it's going to make sure we lose. I have other videos up. You can watch them. You're going to see the same shit. So here's where it gives me Leyline in my opening hand. We're going to keep this. I'm telling you right now, we're never going to see another black mana. Okay, well, that's good. That's not a black mana, but it will get us a black mana. He's gonna have stab. Surprise. He has trap. I'm not going to get me any good anyway. That's just a bad play on my part. He's going to kill my creature anyway, so it doesn't matter. He has stab. Even better. Yep. He is going to have every answer he needs. If I would have taken that, he would have just killed it. That card's really broken. Let's see. An answer, I lose. Oh boy, land! Wow, guys, isn't it amazing? Isn't it just amazing? And we are made sure that we cannot possibly win. No amount of card combination right there would have made us win. We could have held on to the Banishing Light to get rid of that, but I promise you he has a way to destroy enchantments in his hand. And it knows that, and it's going to give it to him. We can go any route. I would love... See, this is what I'm talking about. I would love to show somebody a situation where we wouldn't do that, and I would do whatever they want. I've had players... Hang on. I've had players let me like make choices for me. Hey, thanks, Talon. I appreciate that, and I agree. I just try not to be mean to people. Anyway, so thanks for the follow, Talon. So at the same time, though, guys, like I know this is I know it's very easy to think maybe it's not. Play for yourself, and once you get to platinum, if you're, you know, if you are good enough to get to platinum, or you have a bunch of good games, whatever else that may be, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna do one more since I only have to pay $5. So hang on. Come on. Alright. We're going to go again. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. They always have an answer. It doesn't matter how fast your deck goes, how good your deck goes. They always have an answer. Every single time. And more often than not, it's bots. More often than not, it is indeed bots. All right. That's the best card. Not really going to matter what color we play. Because we're going to be matched up against a deck that counters ours. Not much red in here. Let's try a green-red raid. Green-red-red deck. If the cards are coming. I don't think there's enough cards in there to put anybody, the first 2 or 3 people to our left, in red or green, so... That's a fantastic card for a Fatties deck. I had somebody, it was a bot, but I had somebody one time, I had a bunch of 9-power creatures out, and no joke, it was like turn 11. He played 3 Slag Storms. So not only did he draw 3 Slag Storms, he got all 3 in his hand, and he killed my entire board. It was the most horse shit thing I've ever seen. Ramp. Let's see, another one. Yeah, no, I don't know. Just a second, guys. We're kind of in the midst of Christmas shopping and whatnot, so I'm getting sent things to buy for Christmas for people, so bear with me. card for this deck. I love that art. It's really cool art. All right, I'll add you and talk to you later about it, Joyce. Since I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably not going to need any of your services. I've got friends that stream and take care of most of that for me, but I will definitely take a look. I promise. And thank you for the follow. And Talon, thank you for the follow as well. If you guys are big Dungeons & Dragons fans, you should check out the Dungeons & Dragons videos on my channel that dropped. Season 1, Episode 1 and 2 are currently available for viewing on my live. You can also watch them on Twitch or YouTube. Alright, perfect. That's a great card for this deck. I'm going to play the Goldvine. I'm not usually a big equipment person, but that Goldvine card has been very annoying to me. So I can only assume it's going to be very annoying to my opponents. We want to find cards that we can put land into play. That Ashes card that lets you search for lands. It's also a good card. Alright, let's hope for a non-color rare. You a big Magic fan, Talon? I mean, I love this game. I just don't like Arena. I just think it's designed to make people spend money. The RNG is manipulated. It's not legitimate RNG. Whereas Real Magic is 100%. Yeah, if you have a local store, I would recommend playing there. This usually doesn't go in your way. Like bronze through gold, if you're a decent player, you'll climb through that really easily. Once you hit platinum, the RNG just becomes drastically against you. That's the best card here. That card comes back around and take it. That's Ruby Daring Tracker's too good not to pick up. Especially for this deck. We're doing kind of a raid attack deck. This card can also be switched out if we find something better. This is not terrible, but we do have a couple landfall cards too. That's a good card. So is that. So is that. So is that. And so is that. He makes elves. He is an elf. Llanowar elves. Yeah, we're gonna. That's more. We're gonna go for the Archdruid. We can also prioritize elves a little bit more now that we have more. I wanted multiple cards in that pack, though. There were a lot of really good cards. Really need that. Messing with my green screen. I guess I just don't have my lighting good enough to get it exactly how I want it. There we go. That's relatively good. Still not great, but it'll do. It'll do, donkey. It'll do. Overrun, good for this deck. Don't need another Elf Sworn. That's real good for this deck. Not only is it ramp, it also makes our creatures tougher. We're going to need some damage stuff at this point, so we're going to go with that. I do honestly want to take an Evolving Wilds with how much landfall stuff we have, so... Another Llanowar Elf, Saxguard, Involuntary. I don't want Preposterous. I think we just go with another one. That's cool. Yeah, lifelink black-white's very fun to play and very annoying to play against, but... Yeah, so, it's not... There are RNG issues with it with draft games like that, or, like, you know, just your deck versus their deck type games. There are some issues with that. It's not near as bad as drafting. Drafting, it's real bad. And you can see my videos, like, I climbed to Plat every season, no problem. I barely lose any games. And then as soon as I get to Plat, I lose every single game. And it's not because I'm not playing well. It's because it's designed to make you lose if you pay money to play. Which is unfortunate. Because I really love this game, but my local store only doesn't play that often. So I really like Genesis Wave, but every time I played that card in this, it's been terrible. We're going to take Dwin. She also... Now we have 2 cards that pump our elves. That's a perfect pickup. Perfect. Now if we can get some Evolving Wilds, we're going to go kind of for some lands. See if we can get some Evolving Wilds. And maybe 1 or 2 more control cards. We don't need that. I'll take that just in case I decide to be silly and play it. We are going to take that. Let's hope for a good on-color rare in this 3rd pack. Okay, Scavenging Ooze isn't bad. No Evolving Wilds. We did get this. I think we're going to take the Scavenging Ooze here. Just because it's decent in this type of deck. Yikes. Yeah, when I first started learning how to play Magic, I thought, like, you know, oh god, this card's broken. Look at the stats on that stupid card. But I thought it was one of those things where getting a big creature out would be, you know, beneficial to me, and it wasn't until later that I found out that that's not necessarily what you want to do. There's not really anything in that pack for us. And I learned the hard way that hard casting stuff like that is not a good idea. Because I basically hard casted a 7-cost 7/7 spider with reach. And yeah, it's definitely different than Yu-Gi-Oh. And my opponent took control of my creature, gave it haste, hit me with it, and then used a 2-cost fling to fling it at me for a total of 14 damage. And I was just like absolutely shocked as to what happened. I really want Overrun, I really want Burst Lightning, I really want Goblin Borders. Overrun is kind of our finisher in this deck, so we're gonna take that. Maybe we'll get rewarded for... Bite Down's good. So is Sure Strike, though. Do we already have a Bite Down? We do. We'll take the Sure Strike. Bushwhack is perfect for this deck. We need to get rid of some cards, though. We'll play 2 Elves, so we'll need to play 3. And Evolving Wilds, if we can get it, would be fantastic. No. Ooh, Goblin Borders. I like that too, but I think the Goblin Borders is better. Let's get rid of Elf-Sworn Giant. We don't have any. We don't have enough. We have too many big creatures now, and we don't have enough land type triggers to get that to make that any better than it already is. We're gonna be heavy in green, so we're looking at like a 10 green, 7 red. That card's decent too. Yeah, I have multiple Commander decks. Commander's fun. The problem I don't like about Commander at my local, especially at my local store, is everybody just wants to play like infinite combo decks. And it's like, I like a big, long, grindy match of Magic, you know? I like when it takes a while to win the game, et cetera, et cetera. And then you got people that want to, they just want you to come in, they want to play, they want to infinite combo you, and before you know it, the game's over in 4 turns, and it's like that. You know, that wasn't even fun. That's the only thing I dislike about Commander. If they're playing a grindy match that's like considered fair, I'm all for it. Because I like, you know, a good long hour-long game is what I like. I mean, I'm sure it's fun to them, but it's definitely not fun to other people. So. We're getting close to having enough gold to play another game too. Yeah, actually, to my understanding, I think Arena is coming. Or, I'm sorry, Commander is coming to Arena. I think I heard that. Oh, nice. Alright, take away a mountain. And I think we're good. We have enough ramp that we can play 16 lands. Alright, so this is a pretty decent deck. Let's see how... It's going to be putting us up against Blue-White Flyers and Aggro are the 2 decks that it's going to be putting us up against. Okay, Alright, now we're in good shape. He's gonna kill my Archdruid, because that's a huge threat. Here it comes. Probably a stab. Okay, I'm alright with that. play a 3/4 creature probably. 4/3. That's usually how that goes. And we're just going to keep drawing land. Awesome. So it's going to let him establish his board, and it's going to keep drawing us lands. Even though we only have 16 in the deck, we've got half of them in our opening hands. Here comes another land, probably. Okay, that's shocking. Okay. If he does not kill my Hydra, this next turn is going to be huge. But he knows I have overrun, so... Okay, I'm glad he did that. Putting out a single... That's perfect. So... Again, this is a tier 1 deck, I would say. If I drafted this in a Pro Tour, I would make it to the final table. Guaranteed. Online, it'll figure out some way to stop us. It'll probably just land screw us. That's what usually happens. Alright, man. I appreciate the follow and the conversation. You have a great day. If you're into Dungeons and Dragons, be sure to check our every other Thursday... depending on if there's a holiday or a thing, every other Thursday game. We'd love to have you. Whoops, I fucked that up. That's alright. That was a mistake on my end. He's land screwed anyway, so... Okay, if we can get a land here, we'll be in good shape. Oh, that's fine too, though. I don't want him to get a 4th land if he can prevent it. Play a land. Damn it. Hopefully he puts a creature out and attacks in the air. I don't want him to play to wipe the board. That would really suck. And that's probably what it's going to give him. Okay, that's fine. He has the burglar rats, which is fine. Yep, that's what I wanted. Yes, okay. There's nothing they can do against it. That's why Overrun is such a good card. Okay, that was definitely a player. They were playing slow as shit. Again, sometimes it lets you win games, but more often than not, it does not. And I'm not saying that it's rigged against me specifically. It is designed. The RNG is designed around people who pay more to play. So if you pay more to play, it's going to put you in much more difficult matchups and manipulate the RNG to where you get land just completely decimated. See, like this is now we're kind of getting screwed here. We're gonna have to play this. Being on the play, I don't like doing that, but we're gonna have to. Always the most expensive card. Yeah, that card's great, but if you can't play it, it's a dead card in your hand. I really need a green mana here. I'll even take a red one, honestly, but I really need a green one. More than anything. He's debating on whether or not he wants to stab it. I think he has... If he's not going to stab it, he has... Okay, that's the best possible outcome. Yes! Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, stab cannot kill that. He can bounce it, but he's going to have to bounce his own creature if he's using Runaway together. If he taps out, he's going to take a lot of damage next turn. Okay, that's real good. Okay. Smartest block. Yeah, he's probably hoping for creatures. If he puts out a big creature, we should be able to kill it. Not worried about that. We do need a land, though. Oh yeah, please tap out. Awesome. Yeah. Now we're cooking with gas. I think we just attack and see how he blocks. Alright, if we get a green mana next turn, and he doesn't wipe the board somehow, he's done. It's a good card, but that's not going to quite do it. If he kills Ruby, that's going to suck, and it looks like he's about to. Nope, okay, good. This could be good. Wow, ask and you shall receive. No, don't want to do that. He's taken 3 regardless. And this actually has trample, so he has to make sure he's blocking that well. He is going to gain some life out of this, though, because 2 of his creatures are going to die. But he can't kill any of mine unless he double blocks. And even then... Yeah. Okay. I think he forgot about the trample. I thought that creature got gained life when stuff dies. I must have read it wrong. Alright, so like I said, this is a tier 1 deck, so this is what should be happening. This is completely normal with a deck this strong. But they will figure out some way to slow me down. Whether it's mana lock or something else. If I go all the way with this deck, that's going to be very contradictory to what I've been saying. It does happen. It does happen. I have a few times. But like I said, in Paper Magic, I win most of my games. I had a rough one last week. I just wasn't drafting very well, and it was 6 players, and I hate 6-player drafts. But I just did it because everybody had already agreed to it. Okay, this is... we're going to get landlocked, but we're going to keep it. Almost a 2-mana hand very often gets landlocked, which really sucks. Okay. Say Essence Scatter this early. Probably has something to counter it. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna let him play another creature. So I can slag storm. Ugh. I was hoping it wouldn't be a creature that strong. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. It'll find a way. So notice 4 costs, 5 costs, 6 or 5 costs. Just enough mana to play 1 card at a time. And he's putting out 1 to 2 things every turn. And he has burst. And he got rid of 3 lands to get to that burst. Because it knows what he has in his hand. He's just going to burst it. And we lose. 5 exactly, 5 hit points exactly. The game knows that was a bot, for sure. The game knows exactly what it has to do to make you lose the game. Now that, so I'll show you. This is a prime example. 320, 1000. We need to win this next one to have enough to play another free game, and it knows that, so it's going to do its very best to make sure we lose. Okay, this is a really good opening hand. Can't wait to see how they He's gonna have stab or red or black. Okay, that's very shocking. That never happens that way. Okay, I thought he was about to do that one-cost counter spell. I was about to call horse shit. He's gonna have to kill one of my mana dorks. He's not gonna have a choice. Okay. That's gonna be real bad for him. This is an actual player. I can tell by the way they're casting spells. And it has them locked at 3 land. It never locks a bot at 3 land. It never will. I probably should have given that haste. I wasn't paying attention to my cards. That's okay. Nothing he has death touch, so he's not going to have anything that can bite it or fight it. Okay, he's going to do that with my mana door. That card's already done its job, my friend, so not going to do you much good there. So, we just win the game. Oh, no, okay. We don't just win the game. Oh, shit. I could have just won the game. I'm fucking stupid. I gotta pay attention to shit, man. Alright, I gotta pay attention. I could have just given it... I could have given it no, Okay, good. Still doesn't have an answer. Hopefully he can't bounce it. I should have Rogue's Passage. I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, we win. No, so I was the one that was brain dead there. That was stupid of me not to do that. Yep. Well, I don't have to prove Hasbro wrong. They already... There's a class action lawsuit getting ready to start against it. They're just trying to get a lawyer that'll take the case. People know that it's 100% happening, so... And it's Hasbro. Like we're gonna believe Hasbro is legitimate. It's one of the most corrupt companies in the world. If it was like, you know, early Blizzard where they actually cared about what their fans wanted, I would say, no, that's probably not happening. But there's no regulations against it. Like casinos have regulations against things. Why don't online gaming companies that you pay money to play? Like, Like, it just doesn't make any sense. He has stab. Okay, this is a bot. 100% a bot. Play a 4/3 creature or a 3/4 creature. Okay, that's interesting. Didn't see that coming. But it is getting card advantage, so. Okay, that's fine. That's unfortunate that he gets a bunch of cards, but we can't have a flyer in the air like that. Yeah. Oh, look, he has 2 of them! This is another way to tell you that this is a bot, guys. 2 of the same rare, which already, you have a 1 in 900 chance this set, because there's 900 random rares that you can get in your deck with foundations, because it's like every good set ever, like all the core sets ever, and I think it's 900, and he has 2 of them in his opening hand. Okay, so right now, when it sits like this, he looks at the card, he's going to have an answer. Okay. Usually it has an answer. This is definitely a bot, though. Okay, that. Gonna play 2 more follow-up creatures. Wow, that's surprising. Alright, so no, we're gonna do this. Now watch, he's going to have Zombify to bring that back, or he's going to have a third one. He's going to crack that to gain life. Yep. I didn't want to do that before because he was going to kill it. So it's going to have to do creature, creature, creature at this point. Or he's going to start running light. Killing something and playing 2 creatures would also work. So notice it's highlight, highlight, highlight. It's trying to find what it thinks the best answer is going to be. Okay, now we just win. That could have been a player, but it was playing exactly like a bot. No, I will never say yes to that. Fuck Hasbro. Paper Magic, I have fun, and I support my local store, as you should too. But I will never tell Hasbro that I am enjoying the shit they brought. So we're doing pretty good. This is contradictory to it, but again, this does happen. And it knows it's happening, so it's eventually going to start being against us. As you saw in the last 2 games I played, how screwed we got, how quickly we got screwed. It happens. Happens a lot. But again, I rarely lose Paper Magic. Okay, not the ideal starting hand, but we'll take it. Okay, so this is a player because bots don't talk. He's going to the 2 damage red spell here. Yep, first line. It's the most common. It's the most common opening card to draw. If you have it in your deck, you're guaranteed to get it in your opening hand, which is another manipulation. He's either going to have stab or another one here. Okay, he does good. We'll be able to play Quake Strider Ceratops in the next hand if he doesn't kill my elf. He's going to put down a black mana and he's going to kill it with baked in an oven. Nope, okay. He just quits. Yeah, I mean, turn 5, a 12-8 on turn 5, pretty good. We have actually ranked up, which is insane to me. Because, again, it does not normally let you do this. And I know it doesn't know that I'm streaming. There's no way that it can detect that. So it's not going to be like, oh, no, we're legitimate, we swear. It's just a coincidence. But, like I said, I'm joining a bunch of people with a lawsuit open against them, so... Manthos 300. That's a really good start. I mean, I would rather have 2 green mana, but I'll take what I can get. We will block that creature all so long. No, we won't actually, because I want to be able to get Goblin borders out. It's fine. Can't attack into that, unfortunately, so... Plus my can counter. So hit us for 3 again, but then we're going to slow him down. Hey, Darlene, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Would love. Oh, you already followed. Thanks for the follow. Helps me out a lot, and I appreciate it. He's gonna double attack. I need a green mana. Doing pretty good. I'm just, I'm actually doing very good this last game on this video, which is surprising to me, but... Three, four, five. Okay, that's fine. Being in the air is definitely not good for me. Three, four, five, six. So it's regardless, he's got me killed in the air. Yeah, he knows. Okay. I was hoping he might block with it. He's stupid, but we can't win that game. So the blue-white flyer deck is the exact counter to this deck. So I will. The next person, there's a very good likelihood they'll be playing blue-white because they just not want me to go to the end to get play-in points. I just got Streamlabs. I'm still messing with it and doing things with it. So as I learn more, I'll do more. It's a really slow hand, but if they're playing blue-white, it's not gonna matter. Probably white. Nope. Okay. Might actually have a decent chance. Blue-black does not do too good against this. White-black, eh. White-black is just persistently annoying. But yeah, no, I plan on decorating it and things like that. I'm still kind of learning a lot of it. What I don't understand is... Oh, you know what? I know why. Where is the... Why does it not load widget? Alert box. That's why. Okay. Hey, if do me a favor real fast, Darlene, if you don't mind. I want to test something, and you can send some stuff to me in private messages, and I'll have my moderators reach out. If you don't mind, unfollow and follow again. I want to see if the alert comes up. Perfect. Thank you for the follow again. I just wanted to test that. Like I said, I'm still kind of learning all this, so... We're going to take all the damage he does here. Well, actually, we might block one. Okay, so this... aggro decks are also what kill this deck, so... One thing I wasn't anticipating. Hey, Smash, thank you. I am going to have to block giant growth something here, I do believe. He probably has an answer. Yep. So see how it highlighted all of his creatures? See, it's highlighting. There's no reason why he should be looking at these creatures. They're tokens. They don't do anything. Then his hand highlights, and then a response comes out. 100% a bot. He's going to kill the Ruby, or he's going to buff his dude. Watch. There's no way you would be taking this much time if you had the answer in your hand. And it's highlighting every card. Okay, maybe it calculated that it doesn't care or need to have that, so... Calculate, and then it knows I'm going to draw land. So we lose. 1, 2. I can block 3, and he's going to do 4 in the air and heal. Watch. He's going to all-out attack. Or he's got a card to kill one of my cards, and then it doesn't. See, he's looking at my land. Why would he be counting my land? Why would he be counting it? He is by far ahead, and he's counting my land. It is going through algorithms to see what card it needs to do what it needs to do. 100% a bot. He clicked on this 3 times, clicking on all his dudes. He knows what his cards do. Clicking on that dude, clicking on that dude. This is 100% a bot. This is what a bot does. Here comes an answer. He's gonna kill this dude. Told you. The game calculates what it needs to win, and then it wins. Nothing I can do. Game over. That 100% proves what I've been saying. 100%. It will not let me get to the end, no matter how tier 1 my deck is. And that was one of the best decks I've ever drafted. And it made sure to keep me off of that. Now, I got another game out of it, which is fine. Boom, 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 boom. So, we have enough to play 2 more games here. I will probably come back tonight, depending on what's happening. If my friends and I plan on playing... oh, thank you for the subscription, by the way, Smashly. I appreciate it. 28 months, too. Woo! Yeah, let's go. So, anyway, like I said, guys, it really is rigged, and you can just tell by watching the games I play that it is. Okay, Darlene, thank you for that. We'll write that down and reach out if we like the services. You can message me in private and send, if you have any like examples of your work, you can send that, and we'll, you know, if we're interested, we'll reach out. Either way, I appreciate the follow. But yeah, so this is kind of an explanation of that. But anyway, tonight, guys, I'm either going to play more Magic when I stream tonight, or I'm going to possibly play League of Legends. I'll be streaming something tonight no matter what. We'll play something. So just keep that in mind, and we will see you guys. You can share your work by sending me a link if you want. But either way, guys, I will be back tonight. You can message me in Twitch. Either way, guys, I will be on tonight, and we will see you then, okay? Thanks for stopping by.